welcome Win. What's up, Matt? Adrian, how's it going? You guys. You see that surfboard? I put it to good use yesterday. I put that thing to good use. Wait. That was the finale? No. I thought there was gonna be a new episode on Sunday. That was the finale? I watched it on my phone. I didn't have like, you know how like the finale you're supposed to sit there and like just absorb it all in? Oh, I watched it at work. Don't tell anybody. Dude, I literally skipped it because I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait for next week. Because I'm like, dude, the big fight, it should be next week. Are you kidding me, dude? Good evening, Michael. Man. Are you kidding me? $2026 in 2 years? Like what? Run! How does it feel being in my time zone? Dude, USA. My sister is so funny. She's like, she said the only time I bleed red, white, and blue is during the Olympics. Where do I surf? I surf in the South Bay. It's called Redondo Breakwater. I surf over there. I don't drive up to Malibu. Like, it's too far. It kind of feels weird. Yeah, this is my time zone. I stream this late because work life, social life. How's the flight? Oh no, they're not that big, man. I'm not a surfer. Like, to me, if it's like 1 to 3 feet, like, I'm okay. 1 to 3 feet is my height. Do you surf, Adrian? Your host family, sugoi. Host family. Wow. First of all, it's nice of them to open their house for you. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Adrian, are you a surfer? Alright, we can switch this up now. Let's switch this up. Bali? Like, why are you asking me where do I surf? Like, I surf in California. Safe flight, but 9-hour flight and 2-hour bus ride got my ass hurt in like a 2 hours? You live 2 hours from the airport? 9 hours? From Japan? Why did I think it was 16 hours? I guess it was a 10-hour flight to go there. Huh. Totally forgot. It's Davis, not so close. Yeah, Davis. I've heard of Davis. I think you can 2 hours. Isn't there an airport in Davis? Yeah, dude, we saw your last meal on Discord. By the way, everyone, this is, so has anyone started reading the book? I'm really excited. I don't know if you guys took a look at the Discord. But we have it. We have it. We have it. It's only for members only. So if you guys want to become a member, now's your chance. We're gonna be talking and then about the book in 13 days. Really excited about it. Maybe do some other things, but it's about time we have a members stream. And this channel is only gonna grow, so it's gonna be cool. Oh, by the way, I emailed a just to like give you like an insider. I emailed a clothing manufacturer that my friend gave me, like a reference, and turns out that it bounced back and that person no longer works there. So we're back to square one. So now I have to find I have to find the contact. But hey, an effort has been put in. It just got bounced back. Little bounce back, but we're serious. We're serious about it. I just want to drop like one sweater, you know, just a sweater. And I feel like I'd love for it to be a pre-order, but I think I'm just gonna have to like order just a bulk. Dude, I need a merch drop. I need it. And then I hope you have a cozy bed, bro. Members will also get first dibs on the merch as well. Just saying. They'll get like a code. The bed looks cozy. Dope. It's a small town, so that's awesome. You probably can like take a look around, take a walk. I want you to tell me about your California experience, because the weather in California is unbeatable. Unbeatable. Also, let's remind everyone that I'm freaking live, because apparently not everyone is here. We have 130 members on Discord, and which is crazy. Like I started what, 4 years ago? That's pretty cool if you ask me. Yo. We're live, homies. Alright. I need all 130 of you to be here. That's funny. Imagine there's 130 people here. How crazy is that? What's the weather in Davis? Hey Siri, what's the weather in Davis, California? It's 82? Sheesh, that sucks. You wanna know what the weather is right now? It's 70 degrees where I am right now. We're 10 degrees cooler. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dude, Hussein, I saw the news of the Elon Musk implanting another chip? Oh, you said you got your car back, by the way, right? Is your car damaged? Ahmed, how's it going, man? Dude, you're hitting 105 and it's humid in Waco. San Francisco, yeah. San Francisco's much colder. It always has an overcast, by the way. God. By the way, did you guys watch my recent post on mrbeast? Yeah, front windshield is cracked, but other than that, car is fine. No, nothing was stolen? Hala. Dude, we've been good. I love the Wii music. Yeah. We got the OGs. You know, it's all alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That's great. Alright. I got a funny story to tell you. There are some clients that we have. They have a lot of money. And they are going, they're flying to a state. And it's a 5-hour flight from where they're at. Alright? This is going to be as very vague as possible. But the story is, they did not want to get on a regular passenger flight. Why? Why, you may ask? Why? Because if you get on a passenger flight, you're not allowed to smoke. So what did they do? They rented 2 charter planes. 2. Because those planes you are allowed to smoke in. It's only a 5-hour flight. They can't handle not smoking for 5 hours. Could you believe that? So they rented 2 charter planes. God knows how much that costs. We don't care. But like, yo, like, no, like that's not the point. The point is they just can't wait 5 hours. Yeah, if you rent a private plane, you are allowed to smoke in it. Seems like the guy was gonna die. No, and guess where they're from? Saudi Arabia. They're your people, Hussein. What's up, Ren? They're your peeps. They're Arabs, bro. Do you Americans sleep with socks on? Alright, Americans. I don't sleep with socks on. Dude, imagine having hookah on the plane. Okay, I only sleep with socks on if it's really cold, like winter. But like, oftentimes, no, I don't. Do you sleep with socks on? Like, I don't think it's weird to sleep with or without it. Like, if it's genuinely cold, I'm gonna put it on. Like, you want to see like what? But like, I don't put on just regular socks. It would be dope. Hookah on the plane would be pretty dope. Okay, guys, I got these socks from Japan. They're like fuzzy socks, and I only wear them when my feet get cold. And look, it's munchlax. They're munchlax socks. It's so cute. I got them from Japan. Don't look at my feet though. It looks like I have small feet, but I'm average. It's just, you know, literally the majority of you guys are guys. So everyone on the chat is probably like a size 10 or bigger. Do you take your shoes off in your room? Dude, I take my shoes off as soon as I get home. Americans, the average American, wear their shoes in the house. I genuinely find that crazy. Like I would hate if someone wore shoes in the house. Yeah, the average American. Oh, Ren, you're about to have a culture shock, bro. Dude, yeah, and dogs sleep on the bed. I mean, my cat sleeps on my bed, but my cat cleans herself and we bathe her and stuff. But still, like she walks on a litter box. Do I take off my socks in my room? No. No, I don't. The socks that I have, that's in my shoe, I just take off the shoes and walk in with socks. Plus, do you see my room? It's carpet. Is my cat an outside cat? She's a hybrid. My cat is a hybrid. You walk around the house barefoot, but our shoes are allowed in the house. Which I don't think. I mean, is Mexican culture like that? One of my biggest culture shocks about the US is that it's normal for guys to go to McDonald's drive-thru topless. Whoa! No, it's not. No, it's not. My cousin's cat got jumped by a fox outside. No, we don't live anywhere like near nature. I run completely barefoot sometimes. Wind, you are a different breed, my guy. Didn't you say you have... Also, can you actually put that on the link? Running sandals? Dude. No, Indiana to me is just so... like, I would have a culture shock in Indiana as an American. Me too. Exactly. Matt, me too. Me too. There was a question I had today. For you guys. I should have wrote it down. It was a genuine question too. You know what's crazy? So yesterday, Monday I didn't really do much. I think I had like errands to do, which was fine. But Tuesday I went surfing. Today I went climbing. Tomorrow I'm playing tennis. I think Friday I'm not doing anything. But like, it's so funny how, and I thought about this the other day, and I'm like, I know how to play a lot of sports. I'm clearly not great at any of them. You tried gambling for the first time last week. Ikhs عليك يا حسين. Ya haram. I'm just kidding. How'd it go? Did you lose money? So it's like, I appreciate being a jack of all trades. It's a nice skill to have. Like, I'm not great, but I'm good. For context, I want some crypto money because Donald Trump talked about Bitcoin. How much crypto money? I'm scared to play gambling because I feel like I would lose a lot of money and I'm very tight with it. But it wasn't enough for me to withdraw, so the best thing to do about it is to gamble. Yeah, you do you, bro. You do you. Honestly, the stock market crashed. I don't know if you guys have been eyeing the stock market, but like, it crashed. Where's the YouTube, baby? Do you guys watch Graham Stephan? Do you see? Yeah, dude. I still have Dogecoin. By the way, I'm not letting that shit go. Oh, this is the girl I used to train with. I haven't talked to her in a minute. I love how she's on my For You. Hey, look, there I am. Okay, dude, he just uploaded this? Oh, guys, we have to watch the drop. This was like 2 hours ago. Of course, Mr. Beast drama is still on my feed. Of course it is.
Not filming. Hey, what the hell happened to you? Mr. Beast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go.
Dude, so this guy, before we continue watching this, My biggest anxiety in here is that now I have to go to the gym to work out. This is truly a nightmare. Why? Why are you pressured to do that? I used to mine Bitcoin back in college. I forgot about it. Dude, I used to be a day trader because I was in a pyramid scheme. I was in a fucking pyramid scheme. No, he's not homeless, dude. Look at this guy. He has 283 subscribers, 11 million views, and 2 videos. He had 60 subscribers 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. This is his only, I don't even know if he made money from this, because YouTube takes a long time to approve you for monetization. Yeah, this is the dude. Yeah. Okay, you want to hear about it? Yeah, dude, I think this is all a piece of shit. 53 minutes of nothing. Like, he literally talks about pointless shit that I, like, to be honest with you, like, he's like, oh my god, he's a fraud, like, he fakes his videos. I'm like, dude, you're gonna do a little bit of convincing of CGI and all that stuff to make a video great. All right, I'll talk about the crypto stuff after. This is another 50 fucking minutes. Okay. I'll talk about it now. Sheesh. Okay, I'll talk about it now. Right? Like, who cares? Who cares? All right, we'll talk about the day trading stuff, because it didn't literally last a year, to be honest with you. My cousin, like, he went to this expo thing. This was back in 2018. All right, this was a long time ago. He went to this expo thing. We literally finished off. We hung out in Jordan. Like, we had a great time. He lives in the UK. I live here. And it was at the time when I was celebrating my friend's 30th birthday in Palm Springs, and he calls me and he's like, yo, Soro, like, dude, we're about to make a lot of money, man. I was like, dude, what's up? Like, I'm so down. And he goes, okay, like, dude, this is like, what is it called? You guys know the terminology. It's the country currency exchange, like USD to pound. But that whole thing with doing a deal with one of the participants and faking not knowing him surprised me. How does he know that? Oh, he's like, yo, Soro. Like, I don't know. He it's like very faint. His British accent is very faint because, like, he has also Arabic. I don't think that matters though. What is it called, you guys? Like, come on, no one knows. Now I want to think about it. I don't want to look it up. I don't know. He used to work with him. He gave me a bitter ex-worker vibe. Yeah, dude. He only was working for 5 months. I don't even think you saw the Twitter feed, but, like, this guy, like, literally called him out. He's like, everything you're saying is being debunked right now. Like, this is the real thing that happened. Nobody knows. Nobody answered me on this. It's like a currency stock exchange. It's gonna haunt me. Anyways, so he added me to the WhatsApp group, and then he added me to this, like, account thing, and then God, forget it. I'm gonna look it up. Currency stock exchange word. No. Day trade. Oh, you know what? How about this? USD yen stock. Come on, dude. What is it? It's a word. It's a word. Come on. Anybody. Dang, it's 8:40 p.m. and it's finally gotten dark. This is crazy to me. What time does it get dark in Japan? 4x. Ugh, that took a while. 4x. FX. 4x. That's what it's called. So yeah, we made an account like 6:30. Dang, dude, that's not summer. That's winter vibes. Anywho's. So we got put in this thing. We got put in an account, and then we go on this Zoom call, like event meeting thing. There's like the head honcho, and then like like a pyramid, head honcho, and then 4, and then the 4 has like 6, the 6 has 12. It's like that. And they're like, dude, you could make a lot of money. Like if you convince someone to be under your wing, whatever money they make, you make. And then if they bring people under their wing, whatever they make, you make. And it's just kind of like that. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, let me convince some people. Like, this is so dope. And we're over here like day trading, looking up how to like invest in stocks, looking up stocks rising and falling, the candlesticks, all that jazz. Which, by the way, I do know how to read. And the predictions are usually like spot on because I know how to read stocks. With the lines and everything. Mustafa, assalamu alaikum. So something good did come out of it. Did I lose like a couple thousand? I'm going to say I lost about $1,500. Which is not a lot comparatively, like, as, a person who I invested in what I can lose and still be comfortable. Am I investing now? No, I stopped that because it was a pyramid scheme. No, of course. Come on. Listen, like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. So that's what happened. And my cousin also, like, he opted out because we both were like, yo, this kind of sucks. And then we both got into what is it called? Drop shipping. We got into that. We made one, and then like we got a couple sales, and then like people were like, ooh, like I mean, no, we got a couple sales, and then we just like, we were spending a lot more on ads than we should. And then now, like, whenever I see an ad, I know these people are drop shipping, and I'm like, let me just actually go to the real side because these people are upselling a lot. So it's like always like an experience / like money losing kind of thing. Like, you invest, you try new things, and then you just like lose money. 100%. People are like, dude, this is how I made $1 million in 1 year. I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, shut up. Anyways, let's watch this.
I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it. Hey, the hell happened to you? Mr. Beast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
Wow, so we know he lives in New York.
I was gonna be somebody. I was gonna be the Carl took my job. Carl took my job. It's the worst the dumpster diving did ever make me do. Oh no! I didn't. No.
Okay, content cop from Temu back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation with former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weddle, a lot has happened since my last video. After posting, I got hundreds of messages from former Mr. Beast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. Just people showing their support or telling their
big thing I can talk about is how much other stakeholders have their time and energy wasted. I was asked to get doctors and orgs fired up about working with us, only to pull the rug on some after agreeing to arrangements. It was quite uncomfortable for me. Big reason why I left, but not the biggest. There was just So much malevolence. Wow. And hostility within the team. They were way too slow to axe one pretty awful team. Wow.
Their stories of you know, fake video.
Dude, it's kind of crazy how hard this is going for Mr. Beast to like cancel him. Tyler Conklin, oh my god, just been getting jumped by ads left and right. So sorry. I don't even have control of the ads. Tyler, on set of saving 100 dogs, bought one of the employees' dogs off of them for $10,000 in a weird power play to see if he could pay someone enough to give up their dog. Instead of just adopting any of the hundreds of rescue dogs at the shelter, Tyler also forced the production to put this dog into the video so he could receive the free dog food and pet insurance for life, despite the fact that the dog already had a home and that he was very wealthy. Keeping a real rescue dog from being adopted and a new pet owner that could have... What? Well, right now, this guy just dropped his new video 2 hours ago. So, he bought one of the employees' dogs off of them for $10K. Okay. Wow.
Those are unsafe practices, you know, talk.
I can say that many people who receive free hearing aids in North Carolina would have gotten them a free, cheap, anyways, even with intervention. Also can speak to overall malevolence and the unprofessionalism. Oh, and Jimmy being environmentalist with team trees and team seas is a joke. The dude has a massive carbon footprint. Some stuff I heard about the secondhand is also alarming. Wow.
Toxic workplace, stuff like that. I'm not really going to get into those claims because, for one, like, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand. And also, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with you know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also I have, like, more serious allegations that I want to start covering.
Beast Games. Yeah, again, that girl, I don't know how, like, relevant her thing is. Obviously, I need some sleep, but at the same time, I'm anxious to watch a 2.5-hour movie after stream. What should I do? Ren, I think you should do whatever your heart desires. Again, no one ever has to be forced to stay and watch my stream. Of course, I know you want to, but I'm here tomorrow. Yeah, which movie, by the way? If that movie sucks, then stay in my stream. Please do.
Also, I heard from a very credible source that Mr. Beast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar vs. Drake. Also, I know Mr. Beast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people.
Part 3.
It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes. And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former Mr. Beast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that...
Yeah, could you believe that? Like, they even tried canceling him making wells for Africa. Like Saraha, like even having the thought of going to Africa to build wells for clean water, just the thought of like even doing something as ethical as that, and for it to work, from what we saw, is a beautiful thing. And I think that, you know, Mr. Beast himself is a pretty good guy. The team could be pretty shitty. The handling of the team, you know, it's at this point, it's a company, right? Like, the CEO does not have direct involvement with what stupid people do, employees do at the company. He definitely has a say in things and has the final to make the right decision. Some Indian movie, it's apparently a political thriller flick, which is one of my favorite genres. Dude, go for it. I don't get it if he built a well in my home country. Right? Like, I don't know.
You know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of DMs. And like, as much as I meme and joke around, like I take anonymity very seriously. So without explicit permission, I don't go public with anything. And obviously if it goes to court, I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. Oh, and former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 boys versus girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making.
I know in the 100 boys girls video, they fed us boys hours after girls each time, and it really got our nerves because it became plainly obvious they wanted the girls to win. I know that the camera guy who gave the girls the drone was being extremely inappropriate with the girls since I started talking to them after the shoot. Of course, like, Tariq is supposed to be in charge of that. Challenge video or arrival time, Mr. Beast. Good evening. We're super excited to meet you all. Mr. Beast, 100 versus... did you see or hear anyone on the production staff acting inappropriately with the contestants? Yes. I have no idea what the guy's name is. Yeah, at least he's
some
pretty,
girls feel uncomfortable.
Anonymous.
You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway, so that.
By the way, I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, there's that.
Will be part 3, so Mr. Beast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a Mr. Beast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at Mr. Beast while actually on the registry. And I'll get more into that story at the end of the video. So I got his DM.
All right, guys. We're going to watch this 50-minute video. This is going to be our stream today. I did not plan this, but holy cow, we have to be up to date with this. This drama is more important than the Olympics. I'm so sorry. But it's not more important than the genocide that's happening. So please keep in mind and always have in mind and pray for the Palestinians because the Olympics definitely distracted everyone. And, it also distracted me low-key. So that's why I always bring awareness. All right.
Drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine. And I also only had one microphone in the interview, which he's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing, people said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time, but I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from Mr. Beast, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos, sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021-ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to
oh
what
my
I
God,
feel like
he's going to talk the whole time?
Company. He's like a TV show. Now. He went from YouTuber guy with a camera to Amazon. The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy or just you didn't like it, you were in the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him. It's okay. Oh, that feels so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. And I could tell that the yes men were, doing well. And I was, disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right? Like publicly. And I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to
Do you think
glaze Jimmy publicly for things.
Do you think ChatGPT can actually summarize this video? If we like put the link, that'd be crazy technology. أشوف خليني أنا أشوف استنوا. Can you summarize this video? All right, let's see. You lied. You're a liar.
Because I do genuinely think are true. But then it's like, well, how come you didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, speak ill of YouTube's golden boy and then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, and they go, what are you doing? You're going to kill your career. It's like, I have to or I'll be sad. If this is the moment, we're going to talk about it. So as far as that, that's my covering up of why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner, but now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved to. This is admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video, crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or a meteor in the title of it. I can't remember, but he wanted to do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car?
Like, who fucking cares?
What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus is calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But so Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom, I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised. And then I hit send, and then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly, she goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has been destroyed.
Wait, what?
A meteor hit it.
Jacob, I'm on vacation. Do you understand?
Yeah, I did that video, and they're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car, and they wanted.
So what? That's such a stupid way to accuse Mr. Beast of him being fake. Yeah, dude, you make a video and you just pretend, dude. Oh my God, I don't know.
I'm gonna get a big flashy new
I'd love
car.
to hear your
supposed to
input
be
on
down
this, you
payment.
guys.
And I can't afford a big flashy new car because I work at Mr. Beast. So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on. So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, why didn't you get a cooler car? I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? If I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today.
Dude, he looks like he's from the 90s. I feel like he's in a 90s era with his mullet.
But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how
Good night,
is
Matt.
what the Writers Guild industry standard
Did you make
is for
some tea?
the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy, I could retire. But the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid.
I love that.
And I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up. And one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the V stuff shook out was
What, dude? You're gonna cry? Wait, should I be serious?
I feel really guilty about the way this like shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, like it's fucked up, you know, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I don't have a kid, and he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with, you know, nothing. Not to say that he did, but I know I did. You know, you get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So he didn't want to rock the boat. But he said, hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, like if that's like, I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me. And I said my piece and he backed me up. And I said, I need XYZ or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day.
Wow.
And they gave him a severance check the next day.
Wow.
And if I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it.
Dang. I don't think this is acting. Off topic, but there were 3 people that showed us college facilities today, and one of them was like, so this is a cafeteria. There's food here. Get yourself some and come back here in 20 minutes. I felt like a kindergarten kid, and the funny thing is we're all grown-ass adults, and she's only like a few years older than us. That's so funny. Did you get your foodie woody, Renkun?
Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're going to give me a check and I get to leave? You know, I don't get to deal with the yeah, how many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day? You know, and I get to go home and you're going to pay me to leave. I was over the moon. And he was devastated. He did not want. I said, he just wanted to be in the room, you know?
Dang. You know how hard this guy's rubbing his eyes?
And I really regret that. But you know, me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends.
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Yeah.
So maybe you'll feel better?
Honestly, best thing I could have done for him. Now that he's a very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal. And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're going to do something nice for somebody, and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street, and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, you know, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad if you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera.
What's up, Tovmir?
It made me uncomfortable that I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know, and then that never happened. I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ. And then I got the severance checks. So, you know, whatever, all that regard.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right. So in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public, let's have him back for something. You know, yeah, sure. So I was hoping they call back, you know? And I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days at a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid in.
I'd like to see someone say that MrBeast being buried underground for however many hours is fake. Like that one, like that one. I mean, that one should be real, right? If that one was fake, I'm gonna say something. Like that one, that one has to be real. You spilled the fuck out of your matcha, dude. Rule number 1: Japanese are not allowed to spill matcha. Like, that's rule number 1.
Compensated for those, but there was one video I was in. I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't. It didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well. There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out.
YouTube star mrbeast paid a man $340K to spend 21 days in a windowless room, according to his new video.
It was the like surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary or surviving solitary for whatever. It was like one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt.
Oh.
The first attempt was on me.
Oh,
and
shit.
It didn't go well.
Oh, did he have a panic attack? Did they keep that on the DL? Well, okay, let's find out.
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I had worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast, and I had a little bit of change in my pocket. You know, the most change I had in my pocket ever. You know, small potatoes, compared to Beast bullshit. But I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, "Hey, they want you for a video." I was like, "Oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God." What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. And they try to make the pitch sound like it's going to be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like at first it's going to be like a luxury vacation. You're going to have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine. And like part of the video is going to be you deciding like what items am I going to get rid of, today? And it's like the choice. They were like, it's only going to be bad for me to last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first, it's going to be like a breeze for most of it. And by the end of it, after 30 days, you're going to get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure.
Wow.
They were like, you're going to be locked in this room, and we got to make sure you're on all the time. We're going to have cameras on you all the time, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and they always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect. It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that.
Wow.
I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride.
Would you guys do that? Did you guys watch that solitary confinement video? Would you even consider that for 100 days? That's like 3 and a little bit of a month.
And I tried to do one last ride. And I get there. And at first it's fine. And they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, which that's probably not good. The smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. It looks good on camera. It's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. It was in one of the studios. They had to get a separate tank for septic stuff.
If you walk out with $300,000.
Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Things were cool and funny on paper. But when you think about stuff, a hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. There's not a hot water mechanism, so the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which was a silly complaint, but the shower was always cold, and you're taking a quick shower.
So how was your weekend? Really good?
24/7 on me. And the ice cream machine, let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes. On, and off, reeking of smelly dairy, mildew. So I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little things started to build up. You know, there was like the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor. And like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up like, because you know it's a video, and it got to a point where like they weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? You know, and they said no, because it would fuck up the time lapse shots. The time lapse of what? Me sleeping or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did like, oh, you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Well, I don't know how they figured that one out. I didn't have it. You know, one of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, like...
That's crazy.
The lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now, but they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me.
I just want to let you know, like, $300,000 in 3 months, that's a full income. That's pretty good. You could put that somewhere and invest it. But, like, if you were to, like, I don't know, like, 90 days by yourself, I don't mind being alone. Like Hassan said, like, I meditate. I spend a lot of time, like, enjoying doing stuff alone. Like, I literally went surfing yesterday. Like, or I go running by myself. Like, it's like if you're capable of doing activities and things by yourself, I think you'll be okay. But then again, you don't know until you know. This guy's story's crazy.
I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this, we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
The United Nations considers sleep deprivation to be a form of torture and a war crime under Geneva Convention and the UN Torture Convention. Whoa! The UN defines torture as any physical or mental pain or suffering, and sleep deprivation can cause serious physical and mental harm. It's also prohibited by international law as a cruel, inhumane... Dang!
Oh, good!
He could have sued them! He could have sued them! Why didn't he?
24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. So, you know, they're giving me, you know, melatonin, you know, it's not helping, you know, and then Jimmy would come in like every other day for like an hour, you know, to check in on me because he's doing other stuff. You know, I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note with the director over the phone. That would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that? And pretend to make it genuine? I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You just be in this cage.
Dang.
And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. And just something about like having the cameras on me all the time. Like I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. You know, I'm a dark comic. You know, I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. You know, so this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I don't fuck around with this shit. Yeah, I have jokes about that in my act. You know, I joke about it because that's what you do in a traumatic experience. You know, abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a type line about it. You know, so I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse, but we're filming. So I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera.
I'm charging my mouse.
And I'm being, you know, like, hey, it's been a couple days.
Don't mind me. I'm just charging my mouse. I just wanted to put that there. But good thing I have a stream deck, cause yeah.
I'm not doing so hot, you know, which if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera, but it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? You know, if we're allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time-lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Did you try to get out?
Yes!
Wait, I missed that part. Who made an inappropriate joke? Jimmy?
I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I could do 30. How much can I, well, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and...
About the minor thing about his dad?
Get the plug, man. I did... Since we're doing time-lapse shots, and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we'll give you time-lapse shots back. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that footage. You know, you got that whiteboard. Oh no, either that goes in or this footage is unusable. And then, you know, James Warren came in and erased it. You know, fucking, you know, don't put that, hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there, you know? Like we were playing up the joke. You know, it's like, I'm the boy in the cage, you know, whatever. Like, I'll play into a joke, whatever, it's fine. It's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke about my dad all the time. That guy's a piece of shit. I hate my dad. But I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine, because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I sometimes seem weird. I don't like it. We were doing that, one of those hide-and-seek videos. Again, you know, at the time, they were a lot realer. So I got caught, and when you get caught, you know, you go to the place where you get caught.
Ooh.
And I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know if I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you go to jail. You know, like your dad."
Damn.
And like, it's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy just wasn't my friend. He was my boss, and that wasn't cool.
Did he think that he was your friend? Like, did they imply that relationship? Like, things like that, it's just like you're speaking out of emotion, and like I just want to know, like, I'm sure you were friends with him.
And so now I'm locked in a cage at his whim.
With your consent.
And I have to do things to get the cash I need.
Right, with your consent. You agreed.
And I got these cameras on me all the time. And I was unwell. I had editors coming up to me saying, "You good, bud?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? You're clearly unwell." And he goes, "Well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits." Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm sitting like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this? What is fun about this, the video? And so the thing that made me I gotta get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, "Why is he sleeping?" I don't know, because I can't sleep. And he comes in, he wakes me up. And he goes, "Ask me why I have 2 briefcases." And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, "Oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge." And I go, "What's the challenge today?" He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. And you're gonna do it on that treadmill.
It's 26.2. Just so everyone knows. I'm a runner. I've run 10Ks. It's 26.2. Thank you so much.
Over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic. I'm dumb. I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge, Rubik's Cube. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I was on camera. I don't want to do it. He goes, just do it for the thing. Like, kid, you know? Like, there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house. You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's, he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard.
Yep.
Again, writer. Do I look like I run? I don't run. You know, let alone a marathon, let alone that training for it. So I was in a sunlightless, you know.
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
Based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know. And if I refuse, it's just, oh, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, you know, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. And so I wanted to be.
All right, guys. Based on this, how much do you believe? Like, there's some things that, okay, like, I do believe you, but there's just other things that's just like.
A good sport, and I wanted to.
Like, for example, like, did they force him? Like, the lights thing, okay. Do you Americans take a shower every day? Americans don't take a shower every day. They do not. Hair, you're supposed to wash your hair once a week. But, like, body showers, like, I don't know, at least, like, every other day. Unless you're, like, sweating real bad. No, I don't like shower every single day. No, I think I would shower like every other day. But like I said, if I like go work out and like sweat real bad, like yeah, I'd shower every day, which ultimately I do. Like I'm gonna shower after this, for example.
Get the boost, and I want the cash, and so I start running at 12.
Do the Japanese take a shower every single day?
Yeah, I was able to take some breaks and.
Well, men smell. I'm so sorry to tell you guys. Yeah, I mean, he also decided to like do this challenge, but also if the people pitching the idea are not fully straightforward with him.
I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. Yeah, I'm running until 3 a.m. All right, I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid. I got off the treadmill, and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. And that's when I get the psych in, and I talk to the psych about how I'm not well. And
every single day?
Like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you gotta.
Like if I, like for example, like if I did absolutely nothing that made me sweat, like no, I don't need to shower. Like there's no point. But if I if I go to the gym, or let's say it was a really hot day, like but if I literally just sat and let's say watched TV for 8 hours, not rotting, just like on a regular weather day, like I'm not gonna take a shower every day. Yeah, media agency is tough, very tough. Do you shower your hair every day? You shouldn't shower your hair every day. That's bad for you. You should shower your hair once a week.
Pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work, and they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there, everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like I'm a ghost. And I asked him, I said, how much longer are you guys going to keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days? No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine.
The video sucks
So
already.
I slept for a while. They turned the lights off. And they brought, it's like they brought in all my friends, to make it.
Dang. Whoa. All right, I believe this guy. All right, men in this room, do you put product on your hair? I mean, like, your hair is short, but like, do you at least put some products? Or do you just like shampoo and then just walk out and then like shake your head and then just be like, all right, I'm good. Yeah, please. Like, please tell me what your hair care routine is. I'd love to know. All right, this guy's getting.
They
really
brought in all the
emotional.
people I liked, and Jimmy. Then everybody was around me, making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his he was sitting in the chair, turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me, and he was like Lex Luthor over there.
Men, like, girls like envy men in that aspect because like and especially like skincare. I don't know what it is. Men just have different skin, of course, but it's just like men don't have to do anything with their hair, and their hair can just look so good. Like, it can look so lush. Girl, I mean, of course, like the marketing just like makes girls like buy all this shit. Oh, you have a beard now. Okay. Yeah, because your profile picture doesn't have a beard. Like there's a hair mask, there's leave-in conditioner, there's like a cream you put on your hair after you shower, and then there's like a certain gel that doesn't ruin your hair. It's just like, and then there's curling cream. Oh my God, the marketing has us on their finger, 100%.
He turns around, he stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry. And he like touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's just... I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, your mental health's the most important thing. I just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is... I can almost hear the word sue come out of his mouth. The S. He just stopped right before it got out.
Dude, oh, there it is. There's the suing. It's a good thing you don't have to show your hair. Dude, yeah. Otherwise, I'd have to I have to do my hair every single time. For you guys. Alhamdulillah, أنا بلبس الحجاب. Alhamdulillah. Cause man, a lot of bad hair days come through.
I did not get the 300K. What I got, he goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned.
Whoa.
You were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got, 100,000 some change, give or take. You know how much money I spent in taxes in 2021? I spent $44,000 in taxes alone.
Why?
And now I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals. My family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And haven't been back on a beast set in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And then they did the video with somebody else, and they worked out the kinks. And then I'd still gotten some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time.
Why didn't you?
And I feel good now. I just had to get that out there.
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview. This is July 20.
I still couldn't sleep even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt. Oh, this is 2021? Wow. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just to let them get away. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things.
2021, a few days after you got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things. Reminder, this is not supposed to be a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a Mr. Beast video. Hey Jake, hope you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted...
I don't get bothered by smell of cigarettes, but it got stuck on me. And my family thought I was smoking. Dude, that's the worst. Wait, doesn't your family smoke?
To check in on you. Hey, I'm good and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit, but back in therapy and my therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in Raleigh with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money and they aren't giving me all the money.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, hookah's the main.
They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face, but hey, I'm out, I'm alive.
Therapist, who knows and cares about you? The whole thing is so fucked, honestly. Fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery. Please feel free. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Dude, the video you uploaded a couple hours ago is money. So good. I appreciate... I'm doing better mentally. Still kind of... place. Still can't sleep. 5 hours, 3 days, marathon included. Lots of thinking too. Oh wow. They didn't pay me for 25 to 30 days. Okay. I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge, so at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If that guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told him everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like the way the video is meant to function is the problem. Kyo armen bata toast to this thing called matlube. And oh, apples. I had apples. Sleep paralysis? Dude, my sister had that before. I've never had that before. Inshallah, I don't get it. There needs to be off-camera breaks. I mean, not just that, but there needs to be some sort of humanizing aspects. Very true. There just needs to be, yeah. I'm just against it in general. The 10-day, 4-person one off-camera. Okay. So when I got, at least considered for Beast Games, I actually thought about it. Because, like, if it was anything like Squid Games, where, like, everyone is always on camera, me personally, and, like, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen any hijabi in any Mr. Beast video. But personally, like, if I were to be in this video, there would have to be some off-camera stuff. Because, one, I need to pray. And I need to make wudu. 2, I can't wear a hijab 24/7. Hijab isn't, like, it's not, like, something that, like, oh my god, like, I need to wear it all. You know, like, you just do it. You do it for the sake of Allah. And when you have, you know, time for yourself, you take it off. Like, you take it off. This room is my safe space. Like, as soon as I turn off the camera, you know, the hijab comes off. Because, like, I'm not here to wear the hijab in my safe space. So, just even thinking about that is like, if I'm in a situation where I have to have my hijab on 24/7 for for Beast Games for the next 9 weeks, I'll be like, dude, you either turn off the camera, you let me walk out, you let me go somewhere like where I can just take it off for like a couple minutes, or I'm good. Hi Ahmed, hello again. It's like, you know, like, hijab is already as tough as it is, but imagine, like, but of course, like, I'm all consenting to the video, assuming though you would think they would have humanizing aspects, like exactly what this person would say, right? Because at the end of the day, you're just making content. You're not here to torture a person.
Seconds of content. The challenge is real.
Oh, I feel like, okay, yeah, we could skip that. Today I held Jeff Bezos getting hostage. Yeah, it's really terrible. And Jimmy did exactly what we thought at the beginning. Can't he just say, stay another 10 days? Okay. Do I think I can deal with the pressure of hate comments because of being in a MrBeast video with a hijab? Yeah. Yeah, I can. I don't care about people's comments. People troll other people all the time. Like, it is gonna hit, and like, oh, like, you're just wondering what people think. Like, I still get hate comments today. When I first started, like, my exposure journey, I was literally like, someone left a comment of like, oh dude, she's like, this girl's in ISIS right now. Like, it's inevitable. There's always going to be hate comments. There's always going to be trolls. And it's like, people troll other people for them not even doing one single thing. And it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, this in itself is a huge thing, right? Like, there's always flaws in people. No one's perfect, but people try to be as, like, they should be as present and as aware as possible. And, like, you know, people grow. And you know, maybe MrBeast at the time, like 2 years, I mean, 2 years ago is not that long ago, but people should be self-aware if they're like, and actually be taught to be self-aware if they have this much exposure.
And the Care About Mental Health update. He said,
oh, I'm just gonna read it. We don't want you to sue, and I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stops himself from saying sue. Okay.
A segment from an internal document at MrBeast called How to Succeed in MrBeast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called No Does Not Mean No. Already insane, because it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-rape slogan, which is a terrible look.
When dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you call the local Dollar Tree and the person that answers says no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to other employees and see if there are any fans, or if you have any kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss, have them DM on Twitter, and try their social team, etc. If after all avenues are exhausted, you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically, what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't just stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that, when combined dramatically, improve your probability of success when producing here. I don't necessarily see, if the Dollar Tree company themselves say no, or you need a permit, Like, I'm sure they can get a permit or something. But, like, I think this is just, like, don't take no for an answer. Like, you know, just like with anything, like even in sales.
Given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon, it reads, when dealing with people outside Mr. Beast, inside here,
okay.
And the way that it pushing through no's is a big component to working at Mr. Beast. And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer is sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this Reddit post. Example, this is unused.
Trashing film sets. Top YouTuber celebrates 100 million subscriber. Trashes remote Bahamas island. Mr. Beast leaving behind trash and debris at film site. Protect the yacht, keep it. Oh yeah, that one should have been crazy. I was on the film set on March 26, 2024, so I was able to confirm that the details in this Reddit post regarding the location and video were accurate. I decided to reach out to the camp's executive director for comment. My name is James. I'm a journalist currently investigating incidents involving the production problem. This is not an isolated incident of Canada News reports. I'm currently compiling comprehensive wow.
Used evidence trash behind and debris at film site in Aden, North Carolina. Apparently he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame.
Okay, so he's gonna read the whole thing. Apparently he left a large boat in the pond. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to contact with Mr. Beast to get the stuff cleaned up out. Eventually, the boat and most of the debris was removed after constantly asking him if he can come out and clean it up. There are still lots of items that can be found on the bottom of the pond if you dive. This has kind of left a bad taste in my mouth as the camp is a Christian organization and asked for no money or publicity, and also aren't the type to saying anything negative about experience publicly. I know personally that this caused lots of stress in staff leaders and the owners of the camp with mostly negative experience for them. I guess I'm just curious if anyone else has heard. Wow.
I'm hungry. All right, Joe.
Oh my god, what did I just freaking do, bro? Hold on. I just pressed the number 0. And then... Yeah, one sec.
You know, for not... Yep.
Yeah, we're past that. Oh, wait, we're not past that. Okay, cool.
Opening date. So I actually know that due to not being able to get in contact with Mr. Beast, called Protect the Yacht, Keep It, where at the end of that video, he actually says...
And if you're wondering, yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can...
Interesting.
Pass TC.
Oh, you can see... Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating similar incidents. And the camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for
that we had to host a production crew, and because the grace had been offered me so freely, I would choose to offer the same. Thank you for reaching out. Okay.
The opportunity that we had to me so freely. I will choose to be production team. And that's like sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with Mr. Beast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say. But they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of like him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him into staying. Which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay in, it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe, had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it. Because I had it rough growing up, and I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand-up, he loves YouTube, everyone, fixates on a thing, I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad. And because the industry's metrics, rewarded some not great behavior, if you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And he didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really, really not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions. And yes, I want to say, really important, there are so many good people that work at MrBeast who are damn good at their jobs. Like, when Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible, it's these people's jobs to do it. And they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job. I'll die in a hole. I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked. But
yeah, well,
let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may. My dad was like a swim coach, neighborhood swim team. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No. Surely. And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You just go, when I saw my dad in the news, I said, oh, you idiot.
I mean, I totally get that. Also, R.I.P. I mean, usually in any situation for human nature, it's like if you have trauma, you are more inclined to throw out more jokes because a lot of people, that's how most people cope. Which could be essentially like a healthy thing if you are, of course, like mentally okay. And you can just laugh about it later because that just happens with time. I honestly don't know. Just seeing this and seeing a part 2 from this guy, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I feel like MrBeast is still gonna be like still going to make the best videos. He has no choice because he has to stick to his word. Otherwise, people will say shit. Eat too. I was gonna say as well. Eat too. So he has to proceed with the Beast games. He has to make it. He has to make it good. He has to make it safe. Things are about to fall out of place, and it already has. This is bad. This is bad. Again, I don't know the guy. For me, watching MrBeast for a very long time, and then also, one of the streamers that I truly, respect from, a you know, an outside perspective, because like you can just notice of how like self-aware he is Ludwig. For the most part, it's up to him if he wants to speak about it, because he's directly associated with him. But like, in order for things to be cleared up, another big guy has to come in and either confirms or denies. And I'm sure a lot of his fans are going to ask him and force him to either say something or to release a statement or something. Of course, like, no one should be forced to do anything they don't want to. I'm just curious if he is, because again, like, my strong suspicion is there's no ethical way to be a billionaire. This is a pretty good example of that. Yeah, I agree. I wish there was. Every billionaire has a terrible secret. But yeah, it's bad. This is bad. Really bad. But like, again, whoever worked with Mr. Beast that has a big name, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. That's always a fact.
Like, I was like, no, I was, dumbass, god damn it. But I wasn't surprised. And it was just consequences happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time. And I don't know, everybody loves Jimmy. And behind closed doors, he is not super great. And that image is cultivated purposefully and intentionally. And it's branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, just one final question on a serious note. Obviously, the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and, that's a known issue of traditional media. Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast, just because I was on Beast Hacks. Now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun because it was just, being silly and goofy in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy.
Like, dude, I know. Like, the fallout started with Ava. As soon as the Ava thing happened, then the Beast Games girl came out. Then this guy comes out. And then, of course, this guy's like, oh, yeah, I've been meaning to drop this video before the Ava Chris thing. But, like, here we are. He said, I also have a lot of stuff to say about Ava Chris. But, like, that's coming later. And I'm like, okay. Like, everything else comes later. Like, the girl with the Beast Games information, she's like, more on that later. And I'm like, all right, dude, like, all right, like, we're waiting. Yeah, I need to make a video on that. Either I stream tomorrow or I make a video on this. I think I'm gonna make a video because editing does take time. He literally released this after 2 weeks. I think he can edit pretty quickly.
You didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be like an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I mean, I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that. I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, when I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff. Because when I got there, it was like 2019, so I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term, and then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug. All right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. And when I saw it, all that stuff start coming out, and the potentiality as of this moment of recording. You know, I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats. After the shit he did to me, if you're gonna make fun of my dad.
Like, I watched an 8-hour podcast this week. I'm pretty proud of it. The longest podcast I've ever watched. Also, like, wow, people talk for 8 hours and then upload it? Man, how big is that footage? Also, him saying, making fun of my dad. Maybe, like, again, I don't know. You know, people think something of lighthearted and another guy would take it seriously. If that is not discussed, Mr. Beast would have never known. But I don't know. That one, I don't know.
I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So, whatever happens at this point.
Outside of it, Chris Tyson, did
He didn't even answer the question.
you really send me or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, you know, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that...
Sexually assaulting? I don't know.
Jimmy didn't know. Or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. You know, he's very careful about his image. You know, the tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. You know, how do you prove that, you know? Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything, who worked there. And, like, you can, you know...
So, like, why was it blurred? Is a horrible scumbag, but people attacking her because of her identity are pathetic. Trans haters are the dumbest kind as proven in these Iman Khalif controversy. What's Iman Khalif?
Someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you know, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on the, that's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. You know, like if you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that. He's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people.
So there's a sex offender that's hired right now. Oh, yes, I have heard about that. God, what a stupid rumor. What a stupid rumor. Wait, so there's a registered sex offender that works for Mr. Beast? And
they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started.
What if they didn't know?
And you know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around.
Okay, so he's in it.
And whenever he is.
Oh, Jake the Viking?
He's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are
No, it's not the Viking.
you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face can be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender? With a physical mask? Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. You know, so I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if...
No.
That guy didn't do anything. They still knew about it, and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. He's like, why do you call him Delaware? And I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why, you know? The fuck? And Jimmy knew about it? The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MrBeast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the MrBeast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording.
This, like, you know how just hearing just the first two sentences gave me so much chills? Like, I know he's trying to hide the voice identity, but like, why? Like, that is such a scary audio. It's funny to me that her opponent got 2 punches and was like, "That's a man. No woman can punch so hard." Yeah, I know, dude. She was literally bench pressing 10 pounds. Like, and how is she an Olympian? Like, if you close your eyes and then if we press play, most likely you won't know what this person is saying. I don't even know how she even got in the Olympics, bro.
Went through that whole cycle of different VPs and managers and, you know, people that won't talk to us anymore because they're scared of Jimmy. And if you really don't do anything in the affidavits and testimonials from people, you have to move very quickly because one of those people are going to go back and say,
Okay, so Reed is MrBeast's former manager who was in the last video telling Jimmy, you know,
former manager? I thought he was still his manager.
Hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, you know, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll. Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, you know, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks. You're not. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know.
Guys, like, of course, MrBeast, like, when he hit like 60 million, I mean, I don't know. I feel like his company in the past like 2 years or like during COVID got really, really, really big. Dude, Hassan, please. For him to have like a big company of like background checks and things like that, I just feel like now he just has to step on eggshells in terms of background checks, instead of like, oh dude, yeah, come on board. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and you know, a company that makes content for children and is around children? So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you or you know, your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries?
See, that video number 1, scratched. This one, yeah, I'll think about it.
You know, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games, you should address those too. So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former MrBeast employee Jake Weddle. I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content. So I just wanted to shout him out. Jake Weddle, top link in the description.
I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you're doing.
guys, we just watched the whole thing. Alright, I need my mouse. It should be charged by now. Should be charged enough. Yeah, I wouldn't want to walk on eggshells for a long time either, but also, wow, 1 million. See, dude, you see that? It hit 1 million views 3 hours ago. So that's crazy. 302. Wasn't he at 266 subscribers like 2 seconds ago? Like someone go to the beginning of my stream and see that. He's gonna hit 1 million subs. Dude, what's the comments saying?
I'm hungry!
Oh, this is Jake Weddle. What are the comments saying? Mr. Beast edited this man out of his personality because he saw him as competition. Says a lot about him. Remember when saying the N-word was the worst thing an influencer can do? Sounds like they genuinely tortured Jake, and it's horrible with the lack of sleep, running and so forth. Trying to remove the sex offender from the registry is beyond disgusting. Anyone else feel terrible for Jake? $1 versus $1 million. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, these people are not fans. This is gonna be YouTube history. Oh, the internet anarchist. This guy. Uh-oh. Wow. Slippin' Jimmy did. Oof. Oof. This is bad. But see, I don't know, like, he is now a YouTuber now. Oh, look, he just, yeah, that's crazy. This is actually crazy. Wow. Nuts. He got 700,000 views in 3 hours. And look, the real reason I left Mr. Beast. Slippin' Jimmy. Dude, Breaking Bad. Oh, now Ren's freaking out. This one's a 23-minute video.
Before this maybe gets taken down, I hope it doesn't. I'm choosing my words very carefully, as I have for the past 5 years. Before we really get started...
of course, this gets suggested right after Dogpack's release.
I just want to go ahead and say that in the top link in the description...
This is an organization, Oregonization. I'm personally not religious, but this was the org that we were fundraising for the show. You can donate to any sex trafficking prevention you feel like, and some of you can't.
I have a link to a fundraiser to help fight against child sex trafficking. Schmafficking. I hate the internet. The reason I'm choosing this fundraiser is because just fully coincidentally I got to...
Thank you.
A fundraiser to help prevent against child sex trafficking because... That seems maybe not relevant on a random. I don't know why anybody would donate to that. If you know me, I can't say. Anyway, that was not even my legal disclaimer. That was just a fun little story that had nothing to do with nothing. My legal disclaimer that has nothing to do with nothing is about the definition of defamation. Things that cannot be considered defamation are things that are true and or happened or opinions. So, I might say some things that I think to be true or I know to be true, but at the very least, I'll have some opinions. Something else I think to be true, this is a story, a little anecdote. Something that happened the other day when I was searching for North Carolina NDA lawyers, again, for no reason. I called my buddy, let's say his name is Mark. I called him because he lives there and he's connected with the law enforcement and the lawyers and the legal stuff, you know? I thought, who else do I call? So I called him back after I talked to the lawyers who I didn't need. And I was like, oh my God, that lawyer is so nice. She's so great. Thank you for sending me her way. She is fantastic. And then my buddy Mark, my friend Mark, his name is Mark. He goes, hey man, just a heads up. I know a lot of the law enforcement in Greenville because I used to live over there. And apparently, a lot of them are working right now for one guy, company, entity. A lot of them are on the same dime, working overtime. For one thing, whatever that may be. And I was like, huh, say that again.
That's wild. I didn't think anything of that. I thought, that's a little extra. Anyway, I don't know if that corroborates anything that somebody else, has been posting, because they allegedly have, insider information from allegedly, the inside of some alleged entity. You can tell I talk to lawyers? This video is about nothing. On the off chance, that, I don't know. I'm just gonna. All right, I'm gonna cut this shit. A lot of people don't come forward about stuff, wherever they work, because they're worried that if they do, their career is going to be over, or their friends are going to lose their jobs, or, maybe if I'm nice publicly, I'll have a chance to, come back and do another thing for money, whether that's work or a game.
In front of your face and telling you.
Like and subscribe. All that jazz. Appreciate you.
I promise you the only thing I care about is that my mom told me she was proud of me. If money motivates you more than that, I bet you'll go far, kid. Alright.
Hey.
Mom, can you do me a favor?
I can try.
Do you remember when I came home from that challenge I talked about on that documentary?
Yes.
Describe my physical and emotional state.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was pretty awful. Hang on, let me.
Are you busy?
Well, no. I just gotta turn the TV off.
Right. This is important. Yes. Oh, hold on, Jake. Let me turn the TV off. Survivor's on, honey. Hold on, 1 second.
No. It was brutal, and you called me from there, and I mean, you sounded like you had, you did not sound like yourself, and you were talking about how your feet were bloody and blistered, and you could barely walk.
I wonder if he called his mom in this one and be like, "Yo, mom, I'm about to call you about my experience on that show. Can you here's the notes. Can you be surprised?" I don't think he did that though.
I think it was days before you could actually walk like a human, and you were psychologically struggling. I remember you talking about how the fucking ice cream machine sound would never stop, and it was like screwing with your head, and the lights, they wouldn't turn off, and the ice cream machine smelled like sour milk, so you couldn't escape the...
Wow, same exact thing that he said on his little podcast thing with Dogpack. In sour milk, that's very specific.
The smell, the sound, the light, pretty much all of the things that you would do to torture somebody. And I remember you telling me about how they were, kind of dangling the more prize money in front of your face and telling you to walk on the treadmill, and they said you woke up that day and they said you were going to run a marathon, and you didn't have shoes, number one, and B, you don't run marathons.
Okay, we look at it. All right. Okay.
I mean, I remember you telling me that they had you do that, and my first thought was, I'm sorry, but you just don't. You can't make a person who doesn't typically work up to that do that. And then you started talking about how your feet were literally bloody. Said they were going to get you medical help, and they didn't really. They got people that were off duty to come talk to you. I
got free slides out of it. I got the slides that were in the thing.
I just know that you kept saying how you couldn't sleep.
I kind of think this was prepared. This seemed prepared.
Face. I asked one question. You just kept yapping. Okay, so that's great. Love that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you didn't know I was gonna call you, unlike the time when I called you about the meteor.
Yeah. No, that I was in on.
Thank you, Mom. I appreciate you. Love you. See you. Bye.
Love you. See you. Bye.
You call that saint a liar to my face. You call that saint a liar to my face.
Wow. I just skipped it, and he's like, I didn't... شو اسمه. I didn't pre-call. Anyways, that was crazy. That was a lot to take in. So I've decided tomorrow I'm not gonna stream because I forgot I'm playing tennis with my cousins tomorrow. So I'll make it up for Saturday. I'll do it for Saturday. I will see you guys tomorrow. Nope, just kidding. I just said that. I will see you guys on Friday. Other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I know. Listen, I know. Maybe I can try to stream before I go. I'll keep you updated. Hussein, it was so good to see you. Please come through to more streams. It's fun. Johnny, much love, guys.